Before we get started, we would like to give a shout out to Battle Bards. BattleBards.com has background ambiance, battle sounds, and much more. Bring your tabletop venture to life with BattleBards.com.
There are things in the night. Your nightmares will manifest into reality as they find their way into Doc's imagination.
The mind has many horrors.
We all can live in this place. Through our imaginations, we are free. And we breathe in its embrace. Sit back and relax as I take you out of your reality and into my nightmarish dream world. Welcome to the Bros and Dragons podcast. I'm your dungeon master and host, Daniel Doc Gentry, and our players are...
Kylie, I'm playing Alicia Fargum, a female human rogue.
Tom Benson, I play Captain Martin Firewell, human male barbarian.
John Cejka, I play Defina Nalo, a half-elf female wizard.
This is Keith Ross, and I am playing Morthos the Faithful, a human male cleric.
Michael Scimeca, I play Steve, a male dragonborn bard.
I'm Sam Joe Ryan. I'm playing Fidget, a human male monk.
Let us adventure on. So, John, what happened last week?
What happened was we got thrown in jail, got out of jail, got covered in shit, saw the queen. It was a good time.
Tom, what happened last week?
We went to a bathhouse, and Steve sang.
And caused people to kill themselves.
You're assuming a lot, but okay.
Ooh.
And that's
well, from the evidence that was presented, it's a logical conclusion.
Yeah, but you didn't do an investigation check, so the evidence is worth shit.
We got blamed for some guy who was dead, hang him from a chandelier or something.
Keith, where did we leave off last week?
We had just talked to the queen about what we had saw in Demathos.
And the last statement?
Oh, God.
We're in Demathos. Talk to the queen.
Good job, Tom.
That's my last name.
And what's the last thing the queen said to you?
Get the fuck out of here, you stinky assholes.
Young female in the pulled up cloak standing next to the queen said, "The old one has returned." God.
That was going to be my next answer.
Yeah.
We get like 100 downloads in like the first, 4 hours of the podcast being up. I can honestly say I know it's not one of you.
I haven't had time to do anything.
You're still before the queen. Defina is still missing. The hooded figure next to her uses her young female voice and says, "The old one has returned." So the queen says, "I fear for your lives, but without further information, I have people out gathering at this time. I'm going to need you to stay near or around Demathos. When we have enough information about your safety, I will then call upon you. The guards will be looking to keep you safe, but for now, whatever brought you to Demathos, just pretend like nothing's happened and go upon your way."
Morthos will say, "Very well, that should work out just fine with our plans." And I'll give a slight bow of my head.
The guard behind you will open the door and motion you to go out that way.
Morthos will approach the door.
Steve will as well, but on the way he'll say, "Would you like to hear a song?"
And
No.
The queen will stand up at that and go, "Which reminds me, when in my palace, you will not sing, you will not play, you will do nothing of the sorts that are musical. If I so much as hear you hum until your friends are ready to leave the castle, I will gag you and bound you and throw you in my jail."
Oh, but you've never heard me play or sing. You might like it.
It's kind of a bummer. Kind of makes you want to go footloose.
Fidget would like to make a sly wink at the queen with a slight lick of the lips.
She will pretend not to even notice.
I'd do it bigger.
So you're all escorted. Well, excuse me. So Fidget is now escorted out to regain with his compatriots out in the hall. They take you out of a rear entrance of the castle. Go ahead and make your jokes.
Rear entrance.
That's what she said.
Figures.
I usually go in the rear entrance, but okay.
Now you know what it feels like to be poop. You are escorted outside the castle to go upon your way.
We're still inside the city though, right?
Yes, you're still in Demethios.
Okay. I suppose we could head on towards Crystaldale now.
The
But
door.
isn't that what they expect?
I think she told us to stay in the city.
Yeah, I
think
don't
she
think
did
we're moving
too.
anywhere.
She said stay near Demathos. I mean, Crystaldale is near Demathos. Right.
I mean, what's your definition of near?
I'm not really sure. I don't know where it is.
All right, Bill Clinton. It depends on how you define is.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bullshit.
I simply told her to hold my calls, but she thought I said hold my balls.
The door behind you opens. Very nicely, a guard, using one hand, as he should in politeness, escorts Defina out the door, and the door is closed. She has been missing this whole time.
Hi guys. I don't know. I just popped up out of nowhere. It was scary. I fell asleep and I don't know where I've been or how I got back.
Fidget's excited to see that woman, so he starts stealthily rubbing his nipple through his shirt.
Roll a stealth check.
14 plus 5.
So
19.
19. Anybody who wants to see Fidget rub his nipples, give me a perception check.
Who rolled? Who rolled?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you're sick.
That is a 24.
Yeah, you see Fidget rubbing his nipples.
You're sick.
I'm just gonna shake my head and kind of rub the bridge of my nose in disgust.
I look him directly in the eyes in a way that says, be cool.
I'll just turn around and start walking away from him.
So what are you guys doing?
Do we want to go to Crystaldale?
Well, from my understanding, Crystaldale is within sight. We can see it floating above the lake, right?
Yes, it is 500 feet above you, and the magics that pop off of it give a rainbow of colors.
Oh, I'm sure we could just zip right over there and come back. She won't even notice we're gone.
Yeah, as long as
What
Steve
could go
doesn't-
wrong?
As long as Steve doesn't sing any in this meeting, maybe we could get out without leaving a trail of death and demise.
You don't like my music?
No, we don't.
No.
Oh.
Steve, does anybody like your music?
Okay, has Defina even heard him yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Never mind.
Would you like to hear me play,
No.
pretty lady?
I would like to attempt to jam a sock in the mouth of the bard.
Alicia is going to be like, wait, let's not be too hasty. I like his singing.
What I'm curious about is which sock are you using?
The right sock and the left sock for that other person who might enjoy her singing.
We covered this last time. When she's drunk, Alicia likes the bard singing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to actually put my left sock through Alicia's throat a little bit too far. I'm actually trying to choke her.
Ooh, kinky.
As you come at Alicia with the sock, Alicia will draw both her daggers, and you'll find them right underneath your throat, and she goes, nah.
I take off my pants.
She just huffs, slides your daggers back in, and walks away from you. Well, stumbles. She's still a little drunk.
The
Still
best
tempting.
intimidation.
It's actually true.
Or I can make her change her religion. What do you want?
The snip.
What's everybody doing, though? You gonna try to go to Crystaldale?
I think so.
Right, it's only 500 feet above you. Go ahead.
Why are we going to Crystaldale, guys?
Because I want to see this floating city.
Yeah,
It's right
seems
there.
fun.
I can see it. He'll say as he looks up and points at the sky.
You go sing for the queen while we go to Crystaldale.
Cap, how are we gonna get up there?
I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
What?
What if we put everyone on each other's shoulders? And then throw a rope.
I don't
might
think
be-
you have any concept of what 500 feet looks like.
I look up to gain that perspective. Oh, yeah, that's high. Whoops.
I expected better from you.
All right, I take my quarterstaff and I plant it firmly in the ground, and I try to climb up it.
Let's not listen to Keith. Keith's talking about dropping your drawers and looking at your penis going, oh, that is a big distance.
I was thinking more like, well, I don't think you have any understanding of what 12 inches is really like. That's what I was going for.
Keith, you're the worst.
Have you been on the receiving end recently?
Not recently.
I thought you woke up with a little dick every morning.
Yeah, a little one. God. Anyway, let's stop talking about my penis, guys. Come on.
You brought it up.
Not enough.
Anywho, I'm headed for the gate to the entrance of Jamaica.
Anybody following him?
Yeah, heading to Crystal Dale.
Steve will tag along.
So when you get to the gate, you're going to ask directions how to get to Crystal Dale from the city. And the guards are going to tell you that you need to return back to the city. In the inner circle on the most east side, there is a building there that has been repurposed as the transport tunnel from here to Crystal Dale.
Well, damn. I'll turn around and start heading that way then.
You're all still really tired.
I thought we slept.
Yeah,
I could use a little nap.
Well, we can't exactly get a room at the inn anymore. I mean,
Sorry about that, guys.
he can't exactly charge us.
So we could get a free room.
Possibly.
Maybe we should go to a real estate office and find an empty house to squat in.
We could do that. Wait, didn't the queen say she was going to let us stay somewhere?
No.
Or is that a different group?
I think there's a different group.
Damn it.
You're thinking it is a different group.
Well, I guess we could head to the inn. What are they going to do? Kick us out? Well,
Yeah, probably.
They might actually
Possibly,
do that.
but
It's a start.
let's try it.
So you head back into the town. Again, it seems like more and more people here gather every day. Nobody still knows what's going to happen, but you reach the inn. As you open the door, it's a wonderful sight. People are celebrating and laughing and having a good time. There seems to be women at work behind the bar. There's one big guy serving everybody. And right as you all walk in, it's like the record scratch and everybody stops and looks back because Steve's with you.
I also pull up my pants by this stage.
I figured you did just to get the walking motion in.
Oh no, I was waddling the entire way.
And then you hear Alicia say, play that same song again.
Steve will look towards the guy in charge and he'll say, the queen has forbade me from playing. Oh.
The minute Steve says that, everybody goes back to what they were doing. Happy and joyful, music playing, drinks flowing, food flowing. There is she comes up and says, I'm Barbara, I'm taking over until we figure out who Bert left it to, because nothing really happened. But business has got to go on, we got to get paid, and what can I do for you guys? And she looks and gets very deep, very ugly scowl and says, as long as you never play here again.
Well, now that the queen has forbade it, you don't worry, because I want to live.
Yeah. Hush up now. We would like a room. Well, probably more than one.
Sure. We've got 4-man rooms are 2 copper a night. 2-man rooms are 8 copper a night. And if you want a single, that'll be a gold piece for the night.
Fidget would like his own room and a nice plate of filet mignon.
We don't know what that is. We have mutton chop and terra chop, and we have a great giant rat steak.
I'd like the rat steak, but could you do something French to it?
What's French?
It's a bit cowardly.
Oh.
Make sure it hasn't shaved.
Oh, I heard the cowardly thing. So you pay your copper piece. She gives you the key to a room, tells you how to get there, and tells you that they will bring up your supper in a little bit, but to have another 5 copper ready, because you got to pay to eat.
I hand her 10 gold pieces.
When she shows up, she's not wearing much. I'm just throwing it out there.
Good old Fidget.
What's everybody else doing? Who's rooming with Steve to save some money?
I promise I won't sing or play.
Alicia will pull out gold pieces and say, single rooms for everybody.
I like this, Alicia.
Yeah, you're a pretty cool lady.
You guys will get a full rest. Go ahead and get, if you lost any hit points or anything, burned any spell slots, etc., etc.
So do I make love to this woman?
I wouldn't call it that, but yeah, there's a lot of rough sex. We go straight for fucking because you paid for it. I mean, let's get on.
Fair enough. But what do I have to roll to make sure that she has an orgasm too? Because I'm a sensitive lover, no matter how rough.
Let's see. Definitely
I-
just a straight up charisma roll.
What's my charisma's 1? Okay. Natural 1.
Oh,
Player knowledge. She faked it, but Fidget thinks she had the time of her life.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna take something sharp from the room and carve into my cock. Great love. 1.
Okay. So the next morning when everybody meets up, Fidget's got a bloody spot right around his crotch area in his pants.
Ah, looks like he finally hit puberty.
Fidget, I think you need to clean yourself up.
I just stare at them with blood seeping down my pants, but I do not respond.
Alicia is wearing sunglasses, which is unusual because they haven't been invented yet. Definitely has that hangover look about her. Let's go wherever we're going and get away from here before the noise starts.
Okay.
Bye, Jundar.
and seeing that she's, a little hungover, Steve will move to make it look like he's going to pull out his loot, but he won't actually do it.
I'm starting to believe Steve's an asshole.
Not really.
I take it we're all heading to the portal house?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, why not?
Sounds like a really cool name for an outhouse.
Isn't it? That dawned on me, but anyways. You enter into the portal house, an older building that has been converted into a visitor center, going to and from Crystaldale, the center of magical learning in Enon. There were rumors that the city had been magically transported to a position 500 feet in the air, hovering over the capital port city of Demathios. Like most rumors, many just threw it out as a crazy story, as fiction, and people telling tall tales. But in the city of Demathios, it looks like a magical, shiny beacon of hope 500 feet in the air, hovering over the lake. You enter into this recently renovated building of stone. Magic seems to seep from the mortars. The building is magically lit by spells, offering up different colors of light. Inside the first door on the right is marked Registry of Magical College, and seems to have a good line itself, with magic users coming from near and far to apply for entrance into the new College of Crystaldale. It seems it is busy here, and things are moving at a steady pace. Through the main lobby, there are 2 doors ahead. One reads coming, the other reads going. People seem to be leaving from the coming door and entering through the going door.
That sounded really backwards. Okay.
Well, if we want to go to Crystaldale, we should go through the going door, I would imagine.
That's what I thought. Apparently people are coming through the going door. Go through the door that everyone else is walking out of.
As you do, 2 mages stop you. Oh, whoa. You do not want to go this way through the portal. It will tear you to a billion pieces and just turn you into magical dust. Actually, however, saying that, I could use a little bit more power. Oh, by the way, after you, go ahead and use the portal.
Push it, Steve.
All right.
I run up to that maze.
Wait. We have a push on the table. I need we'll go athletics just in case it gives you a boost, Afina, and a con for Steve.
Oh, this will be great. 3.
21.
As you push Steve, you push yourself back.
Guess I thought I was a little stronger than that.
He's a big fella. I'll turn and walk over to the other portal.
So as you get into the longer line, there's a couple people in front of you, and they seem to be talking. You don't need to give me a perception check for this one. They're doing it a little loudly, even though they don't realize it. They start talking back and forth, and from what you can gather, they believe that there's a secret group called the Stone Sculptors, who are the secret government that controls all of the governments over Adora, and their leaders are not from this realm, but shapeshifters from another realm.
All right.
Well, that sounds kind of fun or interesting or something.
Behind you, there's a conversation going on. The old magic, they're pretty much saying the old magic that brought this city here, it still has a stain on it, and that some large constructs come to life and attack for no reason, that they'd all need to be careful and to stay away from the housing district.
Housing district, eh?
If you guys want to see if you can overhear anybody else, I'm going to need perception checks for listening.
I would like to make one. 23 for me.
You and the 23 overhear 2 mages walking down the hallway. They talk about how the magistrates of Crystaldale are looking for help, that they are trying to find an unauthorized school of black magic to shut it down. No magic is actually forbidden from any of the schools, but they seem to be you guys know that they are regulated from the council for teaching.
I whisper all of this into my captain's ear, but I don't share it with anyone else.
Should we make a captain do a charisma check to see if he likes it?
Yes.
Did anybody else roll?
I rolled, but I don't think a 5 is going to get me anywhere.
What do you don't underestimate me. I've got stuff for everything here. 5 for the captain. You overhear 2 men speaking, and they are talking about terrible things. How giant gelatinous blobs seem to be coming up from the sewers and talking with people and taking magical properties down to them, almost like they're being transformed into humanoids in the sewers of Crystaldale.
I rolled a 2, and I'm getting new dice.
You hear rumors that there's going to be an uprising, that somebody in Crystaldale is planning to rise up and kill somebody named Zariah to take over as the head of Crystaldale and cut off the entire world from the magics that are found there.
I rolled an 11.
You'll hear 2 people in line, and they seem to be worried for Zariah, whoever that person is, claiming that she hasn't been the same since she returned from Rangio. It seems that Rangio was attacked a few weeks back, and that her friends Sheila and Xana and the Smoke have gone missing. The Smoke, they talk about being a wanted criminal and that they think that he probably had something to do with it. There's also whispers about the pregnancy of Zariah, but you can't pick out anything in that conversation.
Okay.
Their portal is before you, and they will say, okay, who's next? Let's go. You choose how each one of you is going to enter the portal.
I'll go through first.
And how would you like to go through?
Just going to step in.
Okay. As you step in normally, you feel like your whole body is accelerating faster and faster. You are being flung through the ether at different speeds, and as you exit, you feel as though your whole body seems to be put together piece by piece in an instant.
That's lovely.
Who's next?
Steve will go next. He'll, after seeing Morthos the Faithful disappear, be like, okay, and he'll just timidly step through.
Okay. The same happens to you. That leaves Defina, Fidget, and the captain.
I'll jump in.
As you jump in, you seem to fly through another plane of existence. As you exit, I need 2 rolls. I need you to do me a con save and acrobatics save.
So the con, is that just straight con or a saving throw?
Saving throw.
25.
Okay.
12.
So Morthos and Steve on the other side will see the captain come flying through, almost landing on his head, but flat on his back. As he turns over onto all fours, you believe he's going to projectile vomit all over the floor, but he seems to hold it in and stand up and gain his composure.
Damn.
Whoa.
That's right there, Captain?
That's a rough ride.
Didn't really seem that bad to me.
Let's spin that first step.
That first step is a doozy.
It was a little scary, but nothing too bad.
Fidget would like to do a triple backflip through the portal.
3 acrobatic checks, a con saving roll, and then another acrobatics check in that order.
All right. 14, 17, natty 20, and then a con save. Well, that's a 13. But back to acrobatics, 91.
Nice.
So you do the Olympic throw back your arms, take off running. Your first flip, amazing. Your second flip, amazing. Your third flip, you put a little flair into it, and as you hit the portal, it seems like the experience itself throws you off as you exit the portal. You lose your footing, face plant right on the ground in between all 3 of your mates there, and vomit goes all over their shoes.
I spit out a tooth come dislodged as my head has hit the ground.
Fidget, that was my best shoes. My mother gave those to me last week for my birthday.
I spit on the shoes again.
Hey, be nice.
And Defina.
I'm going to walk through the portal.
And as you do, you feel your body accelerating faster than the rest. You are being flung through the ether and at different speeds as you exit. you feel as though your whole body is put back together piece by piece. And being a magical being, it isn't a jolting experience for you, but more of an academic experience for you.
But does she slip in the vomit?
She hasn't gone that far yet.
Okay.
You do come out of the portal and see Fidget on all fours getting up, a tooth and vomit on the ground, and what looks like a whole bunch of blood and vomit on Steve's shoes. He looks on the verge of crying, from what I can gather with his voice.
Amateurs.
I made it through just fine. It's when this idiot, and he points to Fidget, came through. He messed everything up.
All right, I would like to grab her mouth and hold it open as I vomit directly into it.
Oh, all right, here we go. I need first dexterity throw from you. Defina, whatever's higher, strength or dex. Since it's
Wait, she's doing this to Defina or Steve?
He said she.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Natty 20. Look at taste vomit, buddy.
I got a 19.
Oof. All right, and roll a ranged attack. So that'll be, I don't think you're proficient with vomit, so we'll take that 2 away. So roll and add your dexterity modifier.
All right. That's 11 plus 5, 16.
What's Defina's armor class?
12.
Yeah. As you do it, though, it seems to be deflected by a small barrier as she reaches into the magics that are now pumping through her from the city. It is deflected onto the floor without touching a drop on Defina.
Oh, man. A wasted vomit.
There is a young wizard on the other side, and he starts going, "Move forward, please, move forward. You don't want to get merged with another person coming out of the portal. It's disgusting. I've only seen it 3 times, but it's gross."
Yeah, I'll quickly move away.
Yeah, I'll move.
Yep.
Yeah,
I would
Steve
like
moves.
to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I was sure when I wrote that nobody was going to be like, "Yeah, I want to stand right here."
Are you new to Dungeons & Dragons? Are you addicted to it and just can't get enough? Do you have questions? We've got answers. Stripping Down D&D with your hosts Typo and Tom is the live Twitch show where we strip down D&D each week. We focus on different topics and answer your questions. You can ask questions during the live show every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can find us at twitch.tv/Bros and Dragons.
The city is an amazing sight. Everything seems to be built from pure arcana everywhere, and it seems to explode into fibers in your being. It's like the magic from the buildings themselves seem to breathe magical pulses through the air. Defina, you feel more relaxed here than you have anywhere.
Oh my god, do you guys feel that? It is just, it's like a paradise.
Well, we were here for an orb, correct?
I don't know Morthos, the keeper of the quest log.
Hey, that was the other guy that played Morthos, Mike.
Do we know how big the orb is?
It was about, I don't know, I'd say 8 inches in diameter.
Were we ever told where it was in the city?
I don't know, were you?
I don't know, was it?
I'm pretty sure we were just told to go to Crystal Dale and get a new orb.
I walk up to the first door I see and knock on it.
They opened the door and you seem to have knocked on a bakery and everything smells amazing.
Hi, do you sell orbs?
No, we sell breads and pastries.
I slam the door. I slam the door.
You guys don't remember actually where you're going to get this orb from?
I really don't.
I roll a history check to see if I remember where the
There
orb
we
can
go.
be found.
There we go.
A natural one.
And you believe that they told you it would be at the palace in Crystal Dale. In fact, you're not sure if it was Crystal Dale now.
I just run towards the palace.
18 to try and remember.
18 will remind you that they told you to come to the Temple of Jundar in Crystal Dale, which, looking up, you can see the temple, and it's totally the opposite direction from where you see Fidget running right now.
Hey, Fidget, where you going?
I'm gonna go get the orb.
All right, man, we're going to be over here.
All right. I'll see you guys when I have the orb.
Yeah, good luck.
And I don't stop running.
That's fine. I love to split up parties.
Good, we finally got rid of him.
And then I'll tell everybody else. I'll actually tell him that he's off looking in the totally wrong direction, that it's over in the Temple of Jundar.
From afar, you see the peak of the Temple of Jundar, symbolized by the telltale silver wand producing a flame. It seems to pierce the very sky. Its magic seems to stand above everything else you have seen, which is odd since you know it is a temple of clerics. As you approach, 2 guards standing in black and purple, each with a kite shield and some solid-looking maces at their side. There are 2 large doors to the temple that are intrinsically designed in a tree of life that seems to glow a very sharp white light and pulse from top to bottom. As you get closer, the right guard will say, "Halt!" and identify yourselves.
Bob. I'll identify myself as Cleric Morthos the Faithful.
You didn't say it right.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to say?
Dan, you want to field that one?
Cleric Marthos the Faithful.
Like that.
I don't want to do it like that.
And fidget the pussy for.
There are some who call me Tim.
Steve will kind of act excited a little bit. Hi, I'm Steve. You want to hear a song?
No.
They will ask Steve and Morthos to step to the right next to each other. And the right guard will say, "What came you here to do?"
I'm with them. I'm not sure what they're here for. Some sort of orb, apparently.
We were sent to retrieve an orb for reasons.
What reasons?
You know, it's totally slipped my mind. 26 to remember.
For a 26, you tell them the whole story about how you found an island that wasn't marked on a map. That when you
Right.
approached the island, there were spirits, and they were bound there by an orb. One spirit, who seemed to be, and you choose whether you're going to tell them or not, a paladin of Jundar, told you that destroying the orb would free them and that they would serve you as best they could on that island and the castle, and it will be yours. You then went and destroyed the orb, but as you returned and fought the one that called himself the Admiral and defeated him, a magical being or a recorded message of sorts appeared and told you that you had released the greatest evil onto the world and that you needed to come to Crystaldale to get a new orb to bind the spirits on that island.
And we just lost our island.
Come on, who needs an island?
Yes, I do.
I think we've been through this.
Isn't it everyone's dream to own an island?
I guess.
Nobody else is on that island.
Like, what are the tax laws like on the island?
There aren't any. It's your island.
I want an island.
See?
Quiet, you. You're not here right now. You're looking for the orb elsewhere.
Oh, yeah, I'm just crazy. I'm literally just screaming this to no one. People are getting very frightened.
So how much of that information are you actually going to give that guard?
Not all of it. I'm basically just going to give him the cliff notes about needing an orb to trap some spirits that were released when the other one was destroyed.
He says, "We have never heard of this." He bangs on the door 3 times without turning around. A priest answers the door and he says, "Inform Cleric Tranina that there are some odd stories coming from some," and he looks over everybody and goes, "travelers." The door's closed and they go off. The 2 guards remain at their post, seemingly unmoving. The one on the right will say to the captain and Defina, "If you will tell me your true names now, we will let you join your friends if they enter into the temple."
Captain Martin Firewell.
Defina.
Nalo.
Nalo.
Feel
Wasn't
like
going to use the last.
Wasn't going to use the last name, but I guess I am now.
Anybody believe he wasn't going to use the last name?
Nope.
Thank you.
Totally forgot it.
Shut up, Keith. This is why I need an island.
A series of knocks come forth from the door, and the guard moves to open it. As the large doors are opened, the guard on the left says, "Go and protect the innocent. Be with Jundar," and motions you all to enter into the hall, except for Fidget. So pause there. Fidget, you are coming up on the palace grounds. The gates are closed, and there seems to be 20 wizard guards standing outside of it.
All right, I'd like to go up to the first wizard, the friendliest wizard I see, like a real smiler. I walk up to him and I say, "Hello, my name is Tumthaniel Moran. My friends call me Fidget shit, and I need to get myself an orb."
He will say, "You should try the market section. There is a magical shop there. I am sure they have an orb for you."
No, fuck you. I know it's in there.
Oh, God.
He will point you in the direction and tell you that there is a magical shop and that they have orbs there.
No, I'm telling that guy to take a dick in his teeth because I know that there's an orb in that palace, and I climb the gate.
As you violently exclaim this and move forward, you are magically bound and cannot escape and being dragged into the dungeon.
Well, I mean, that's where the orb is, so good for me.
Back to you guys, I guess. You enter the hall and the ceilings are 35 feet high. The stone is emblazing in white, spotless, and a blonde-haired, light purple-eyed female comes forward. Greetings, travelers. I am Cleric Ternina, and I was told we should talk. Please come with me. And she leads you to an office. You all enter, and as everybody enters and the doors close, seats appear for everybody. Please, tell me what you want. Be aware that I am of your, shall we say, unique story already. Not fully convinced, but I am willing to hear you out.
I'll turn to the captain and ask, do you want, like really quietly, do you want to tell him everything, or you're still trying to be kind of on the down low about releasing this great evil?
We went to this castle, and we were trying to help free some spirits.
Very noble, yes.
And there was an orb, I guess, that we weren't supposed to break and freed some bad spirits. So now we're trying to retrieve an orb to replace it. And that's pretty much the story.
And why would you think coming to the Temple of Jundar for such a thing would be what you would want?
Well, because this good spirit paladin told us that there'd be one here in Crystaldale.
So she stands up angrily. There is no such thing as a good paladin.
I would like to point out that it's a dead paladin. Maybe a dead paladin is a good paladin.
And you are a cleric? You insult the name.
Yes, but you see, if we get this orb, we'll be able to put the paladin back in the orb and stop everything from happening and him coming back, and all the bad would be trapped in the orb.
So are you guys trying to convince her of your story because she doesn't believe
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
I need a group persuasion check.
Don't fuck it up, Steve.
Well, that's good.
All right, so give me them one at a time.
24.
All right.
19.
All right.
20.
Steve.
16.
All right.
There you go, Steve.
Just to let you guys know, Steve failed it, but 3 out of 4 makes it.
Why am I not surprised?
She stands up again and says, "Please excuse me. I must speak to High Cleric Josephine. I will tell her of this, and we will see what she commands. If it means anything, you have convinced me." And she leaves the office. As she leaves the room, you swear that you hear a dozen or more mechanical latching sounds.
Like from behind us where we came in, or a different door?
That's the only door.
Oh, damn.
Well, we ain't getting out of here anytime soon.
I don't like locked doors.
Look around, see, is there windows? Looking for any way out of here besides the door we came in.
No, it doesn't seem to be any. But hold that thought. Back to Fidget. Fidget, you are bound and gagged now. And in the style of Emperor Palpatine, they seem to be, quote-unquote, questioning you. Why would you dare attack the palace of Crystaldale? And they zap you. And when they say, "We don't believe you, tell us the truth."
I mean, I'm still gagged, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh my God! They killed Kenny!
You bastards!
You guys, I'm going home.
They just say, "He's just an idiot. Take him outside the palace and don't let him return." And they will take him out of the palace.
Can I make any kind of attempt to, in a James Bondian style, knock both of the guards out?
Whew. Let's see, bound. Yeah, if you can give me, and I'll tell you the number, a DC
All right.
25 at disadvantage acrobatics check.
Damn.
Okay, so I gotta make 25. Alright, my character. My acrobatics is 7 though, so. Okay, that's a 19. That's looking good. That's an 18.
Perfect. You
Yes!
seem to be able to knock two of them over, but as you slam to the ground, it dawns on you that they're really good at binding people and that you're not able to move much more than what you've done.
Well, I'm going to do that thing they put their bound. Are my hands behind my back or in front of me?
So they are bound behind your back, but as I always describe it, they've hog-tied you. So your feet and ankles are bound together and your hands are bound together. And then those two are also bound together by another rope.
All right. Well, I'm going to use some mage powers here. With my Fist of Unbroken Air, I'm going to first read what that does. Okay. So I'm going to use my Fist of Unbroken Air to launch myself away from guards right into something sharp, hopefully in some stroke of luck.
So welcome
Untying
to our homebrew games. I'm going to play a little game with you. We call it high or low. It's a very simple game. I have percentage dice, and I'm going to roll them, and you're going to try to guess if the percentage that comes out is high or low. And then I'll tell you what happens with the rest of that story. So choose high or low.
I'm going to say it's high.
Okay, so you're attempting to use your Fist of Unbroken Air to launch yourself at something sharp and untie your hands, correct?
Yes.
Okie dokie. You launch yourself, and you do move away from everybody else. You take 2 points of damage as the sharp thing you were going for sticks you in the shoulder. Not only are you screaming out in pain, which we've rolled for, Fidget is not an S&M kind of guy, but you did just ejaculate, as we've made canon. Every time you use that feature, he has to, as Mike calls it, reload. You are in a refractory period because you have actually orgasmed using that maneuver. They now just drag you outside and throw you into the middle of the square, still bound and bleeding now.
And covered in semen.
And, well, we can't see that because it's mixed with the blood.
Yeah, blood and semen. I'm assuming my cock is still bleeding.
It probably broke open a little bit on one of the scabs, so it's bleeding again.
But it's going to look great, though. It was a good tattoo.
All right, let's see if we can work this so the group gets back together.
Hey, chicks dig scars. Defeat, on the other hand, does not, but chicks dig scars.
Are you trying to tell us something there, John?
So back to everybody else. You hear the door magically unlocking. It seems like the door is thrown open, and Cleric Trenani is sitting there, breathing very heavy, and she says, "Flee, run, go now, escape the city. High Cleric Josephine claims you heretics and demands you sentenced now."
I'm up and out the door.
So is that a no on the orb?
Jump up and push her out of the way and run out.
She seems to leave the door as she says that and go in the opposite direction from the outdoor. And we're going to stop this episode right there.
Hey, follow me on Bros Old Guy on Twitter.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at Elmo the Usurper. I will be truck driving soon, and I have to come up with a sweet trucking handle. So any suggestions, you can hit me up on Twitter.
Red fuzzy balls, but I'll put it on Twitter for you.
Keith, what was your Twitter handle again?
At Elmo the Usurper.
Yeah. So Twitter world, go there and tell Keith as to why you would want or need an island, since he's about the only one on this planet that doesn't seem to want or need an island. Fill up that Twitter page with that. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Follow us on Instagram at Bros and Dragons Podcast.
Try to have streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays where we play tabletop games at my house, where you can see some of the people from the podcast, some of the people that are my friends, and other people that they just bring over randomly to my place because too many goddamn people know where I live. You can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook by typing in at Bros and Dragons. Bros and Dragons Incorporated is up and running. You can find us there on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, it is Bros, capital N, Dragons, INC. And for the rest of the crew, from Sam, from Dan that's no longer with us recording, and other people everywhere, remember to keep it nerdy and always live your dreams.
My Twitter is at Elmo the Usurper. Praise be unto him.
This has been a Bros and Dragons production.